Hello, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, welcome
Here's
back.
a couple things Jeff thinks we should talk about.
Well, I'm not fully aware of what's going on. So,
Okay.
what's the deal with Little Nas X now?
And the Satan shoes?
Yeah, there's human blood in the shoes.
There's one drop.
How, like a pinprick drop?
I would assume. They did like the exact opposite last year. They had Jesus shoes.
With, like, holy water.
Yeah, with holy water in the soles.
Were those Little Nas shoes too?
Absolutely not. They were the same exact, like he has the Air Maxes. They were the same exact shoe, like Air Maxes as well. But they have holy water in the bottom. And his has a drop of blood.
Where do they get all that human blood?
I'm hoping that
Aborted
it's...
babies.
I was kind of hoping it was from Nas X himself, you know? Just like donated his blood, but instead of going to like people that actually need it, it goes to the shoes.
That'd be pretty dope.
But if you think about it, like, how many hundreds of thousands of pairs of shoes are?
Oh no, they're only
Well,
releasing
there's-
666.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's a limited like run.
sick.
Yeah,
That's just like a standard bag of blood.
One bag of blood.
I saw something that like. So are these shoes not made by Nike?
no, they're Nikes.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
Air
Yeah.
Maxes.
Okay. Because I thought I saw something that like Nike is suing the creators of them, but maybe that was just,
I think they're
don't know.
suing.
or maybe they're making some phony ones, like some rip-off ones.
No, because they probably Nike doesn't. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say I don't think they handle all the designs of the shoes in house through Nike Corporation. So they might hire outside contractors to design the shoes, and then they just got greenlit because they're Little Nas X attached. So it might be whatever artist or art house that made them, like whatever company.
Wait, hold on. No, Nick was right. They're suing Little Nas X.
They're suing Nas X
Yeah, hold on.
because I saw the tweet
They're
about
suing Nas.
normal Nas.
Yeah, for ripping
Oh.
off Lil Nas X's name.
So the shoes themselves. See, that's why I thought they were Nike. They have the swoosh there, but I guess that
Is it just,
Nike didn't okay this.
Is it just
fuck?
off of the swoosh, like the Newport symbol?
I mean, like, look at that. Like, that's the Nike symbol. Like, that's the swoosh. And that's how it looks like on the actual like
So
Air
who's
Maxes.
making these shoes?
China.
Oh,
Well,
fuck.
Probably, but
We've cracked the code.
it's a New York-based company called MSCHF.
I thought you were going to say they're getting made by MS-13.
When I first saw the acronym, I thought they were talking about Kanye's album.
MS-13.
No, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Oh, the acronym for what? The shoes?
The shoe company is MSCHF.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, that's pretty close.
Um,
I've never heard of this company before.
I can't believe people are getting like this fired up over it though. Like, who gives a shit, honestly? And
Yeah.
it's just like satanic panic all over again, which is a point that like, you know, a lot of people have made. But
No, it's the reverse of satanic panic. It's all the fears that they thought would happen from the satanic panic coming through. Your kid's going to be gay and now start worshiping Satan, which an outwardly gay man made Satan shoes. So it's like middle of America's worst nightmare came true.
But that shit was already happening in like the 80s and 90s. It's just the same thing.
Yeah, that's how the Westminster Three got in jail.
Yeah, so it's all bullshit. It's like, it's not a big deal. It's not like Lil Nas X actually worships Satan, and even if he did, like,
Even if he did, it would only boost his record.
Yeah, I know. No, what I think it is that they are Nikes, but this company is just like a customization company.
Oh, so they bought
They
600.
bought all the pairs, then customized them themselves.
they use Nike ID to put
Yeah.
child blood in the shoes. Well, if you ask me, that's Nike's fault. That shouldn't be an option on Nike ID.
Wait, where'd you get child's blood from? Isn't Little Nas an adult?
He
What?
is, but that doesn't mean that it's his blood in
Yeah.
there. We're not sure.
I mean, he's a member of the Hollywood elite. Let's be real here. It probably is children's blood. Lil Nas X runs Hollywood.
The Nikes are made out of people.
Oh, he tweeted about it too. He goes, "Me after the Nike lawsuit," and it's just homeless Squidward begging for change. That's pretty funny.
Speaking of SpongeBob, did
Is he going to have to pull these shoes?
He might.
Because I would probably cop a pair.
They're going to cost so.
They're already
much
sold
money.
out.
Yeah, and they're probably
Yeah.
there's only
Let's stock X them right now.
Did you see SpongeBob is pulling 2 episodes, and one of the episodes being the panty raid episode?
Yeah, that's
I
disappointing.
think I heard about that.
What's the other one?
I don't know. I couldn't find it.
I mean, it makes sense.
I just read the
It's a
top.
children's show.
Yeah,
It's
but
supposed to be, anyways.
They don't even play those old episodes on TV anymore.
yeah, because there's like freaking 25 seasons.
But still, have you like ever popped on to Nickelodeon one time when SpongeBob was playing and just checked it out?
No, I always read the information and see what season and year it came out. If it's like
That's what I do for Family Guy.
2003 to like 2009, I'll watch like an episode of SpongeBob. Anything post that is,
Well, the new ones are bad, really bad.
Yeah.
I would imagine. That's how everything. Like the new Simpsons are pretty bad. The new Family Guy is not good.
New Family Guy is terrible.
New South Park holds up, but it's still not as.
It's
It was
definitely
the
not as
heyday.
good. Yeah, but it's still entertaining. It's still watchable.
I watched a great blast from the past last night.
What's that?
Tropic Thunder.
Oh, hell yeah. What streaming platform is it on?
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I watched that the other night. Kind of. I mean, I turned it on and fell asleep because it's not very engaging.
Was it a big deal when that movie came out of Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I mean, I don't understand it. He's purposely playing a character that's playing.
He's
blackface.
making fun of pretentious Hollywood people
Yeah.
that think they can get away with doing blackface.
Yeah.
No, I get the whole point is satire. The same thing with that episode of Always Sunny, but
Well,
no, because I remember every like couple of years that comes up on Twitter and whatnot of
People are like, how is this allowed?
cancel Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, it's like you've obviously never seen the movie.
yeah.
But I forgot Bill Hader was in that movie.
Oh, yeah, he's like one of the like assistant guys, right, at the
Yeah,
office.
he's Tom Cruise's assistant.
Mm-hmm. Bill Hader's that was probably one of his first like major movie roles.
Nah, Superbad, probably.
Oh yeah, that movie definitely came out. That was probably like Tropic Thunder was like 08, Superbad's 07, I think.
06 was Superbad. Same like 5-10 year span. 10 years. That's a lot.
We should start a Judd Apatow podcast just to get his attention, so he can give us writing jobs.
We have to be good writers first.
Yeah.
That's
the tough part.
That is a prerequisite for getting a writing job. Either that or be like this kid of like
A writer.
someone rich in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well, Judd Apatow is cool in the way that he does his movies. Is he makes them write a good movie first, and then add in all the jokes. Like a lot of them's like
Yeah, it's all improv. All the jokes are anyway, which is
Yeah.
why they shoot like a ridiculous amount of film for each movie. Like they could probably release like a 4-hour supercut of Superbad or any Apatow movie.
Like
if they
Sarah
wanted to.
Marshall?
Yeah, it's still
It's still
early.
very early, but that would have been $650 to pay out.
The House. If you lost,
Well, that's like my whole gambling account. $650.
so you're gonna throw everything on the Yukon.
I was gonna do it, but I didn't.
You should have threw it on Francis Ngannou.
Yeah. Everyone here bet Stipe though.
Really?
Yeah.
That was stupid
Well-
of them.
Yeah.
One of our friends didn't in his big parlay, but he bet Stipe outright.
Yeah.
Could you have parlayed like under the rounds
Yeah.
and bet on and Francis?
Not in the same match, I don't think. But you could have done it for the other fights.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't think you could do two of the same. Like, you can't bet the over. Well, at least I don't think you can. You can't bet the over in the money line or spread in a basketball game. So it's like the same thing.
So you can't do an UFC fight either.
You can do.
Multiple betting channels.
You could do the different. Like, you could put in like outright winner or the rounds in a parlay, but you can't put two of the same thing from one thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that would seem like a logical bet, no? Because it's like if Francis was going to win, it'd probably be under
Yeah, under 2.5. Yeah, under
or
1.5.
or
Yeah.
whatever it was.
I saw John Jones going off on Twitter all day today now.
He said he was going to retire. Or he wanted the UFC to cut him. That's what he wants.
It's the classic, give me more money if you want me to fight for a title belt.
But the thing is, I don't think they care.
They don't, because their roster's so deep.
And not only that, but whoever they throw against Ngannou is going to get... I mean, sure, John Jones versus Ngannou would probably get a lot of pay-per-view buys.
That'd be a battle of the Titans.
But whoever they throw against Ngannou anyway is going to make a lot of money no matter what.
Yeah.
And...
Who would he fight? Would it be a Stipe rematch, you think?
No,
No.
Stipe's done. I don't think he's going to fight anymore. He's like 40.
He's having another kid now, too, so he's probably going to retire.
Yeah. I don't know who they throw him against, but...
Who would it be, like Derek Lewis?
Probably. Unless he lost that fight against Blades. I don't know. That was like 2 weeks ago.
I think he did lose, actually.
Yeah.
But there's no, like, strong... They're not going to... DC's done, too. He's
not coming back. There was a clip where Anik was like, hey, like DC, like maybe you can get in the ring with Ngannou, and he was like, nope, absolutely not. He was just shaking his head. He's like, nah, would not even consider getting into the octagon with that dude.
I'd be scared to look at Ngannou.
I mean, he seems
like a nice
monster.
guy.
Yeah, no, he seems like a very nice guy.
Yeah, they're all mostly pretty nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get into the octagon with any of them, though.
Not even... I mean, yeah, dude.
There's
Any of them.
Yeah.
any of them. Even the women fighters will kill me. Oh yeah.
Even the worst woman fighter in the entire
Oh yeah, she
promotion.
would still beat. Maybe not Chris Jones. Chris Jones has fighting experience, but us three, I
Yeah, I
don't know.
can take her.
Yeah, if she's like, 5'1", like 115 pounds or whatever the lowest division is for the woman. And she's
Also
the least
dangerous,
skilled.
though. The smaller they are, the faster
yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
Is she going to have knockout power, though, on someone
I don't know.
like bigger?
I also
I'm sure she could
It
tag.
depends.
I
I mean-
also have pretty long reach with my legs.
Do you-
Just a
Yeah.
solid kick to the chest.
But do you need knockout power if they grab your leg and break it?
No, I mean you don't.
That's what I mean. If they can get you in like a jiu-jitsu hold, throw you and like dislocate your arm.
But how much does she weigh?
125,
I
135.
can lift that easily with one of my legs.
Yeah, but the leverage that they're just instilled with and taught, that's the whole point of like jiu-jitsu being the
Yeah,
smaller
she
person.
could be small, but like the amount of force she's applying on you is not 125 pounds.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She could probably throw you clear across the ring.
I don't think so.
I think we should set this up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Paige Van Zant right now and see if she'd be willing to fight Chris.
She's probably making more money on OnlyFans than
Yeah,
she was
absolutely.
Definitely.
Because
is.
a lot of the, not that she was less known, but she wasn't successful.
She was known just for her looks, pretty much.
Yeah.
There was a point early on where
She had a couple of
had
really
good
good-
string
yeah.
of like wins, and she was like rising up the ranks, and then like
But even at that level, you're not making that much per fight.
yeah,
Sometimes not that it costs you money to go fight, but like,
you have to pay for camp. And
yeah, when you
everything.
pay for your camp, the amount of money you're getting is like, oh, I made $25,000 on this fight.
Yeah, they broke it down, or one of the podcasts I listen to always talks about it. A lot of like the mid-range people, if they fight 3 times a year at best, they can make like $55,000, and most of them have full-time jobs on the side or part-time jobs.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to take brain damage for 55, like the potential of brain damage 3 times a year for 55 grand.
Yeah, but they fight because that's what they love.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I don't love it enough.
Like Stipe's a fireman.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sick.
Yeah, dude. He's just like with his. We're talking about
He's
this.
just like blue collar guy that lives in Cleveland. Just
Yeah.
fucking.
I thought he was Russian this whole time because I've never heard him talk before.
He's probably what, like Polish?
I think
ancestry or
he's
something?
Polish.
No, he's 100% from Cleveland though.
But yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah, for
he's
sure.
in.
But
Yeah,
there's a lot of like
yeah.
Polish people like in the Midwest. They're out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Polish Hammer. He has a really cool thing. Did you ever hear the story about the guy that beat Izzy, the heavyweight?
Lankovich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear the story about the noose?
No.
Apparently, before one fight when he was in Poland, he likes to go for this walk to clear his mind, and he saw a dead man hanging from a noose. So he cut the man down, and now he keeps the noose for good luck.
What the fuck?
And before every fight, he holds in his hands and reflects, and then he goes into the octagon for battle.
That's some serial killer shit right there.
He's a psychopath.
That's so
Wait,
cool.
I mean,
I don't
it's-
think you're just allowed to find someone hanging from a noose and,
and then
take
keep.
the noose
Yeah,
home.
what?
it was in Poland.
The police practices are.
I mean, like, I feel like that's such a striking image that you'd be able to just keep that in your mind. I don't think you actually need. That's kind of weird.
Apparently, it's good luck in Poland if you find a dead man hanging from a noose. You keep their noose.
Wow, that's great. Good for them.
Only if Jake Paul did.
Yeah,
I mean,
know.
Logan Paul did it.
Paul, he could have. Jan could have
good
really
luck.
cashed in on that had he known.
If you're the top tier Patreon subscriber, he'll send you a little piece of the news.
Just one fiber. That'd be nice.
In a sealed Pokemon container.
Is that true? That news thing? Does
I think so.
Yeah, can we fact check
Yeah,
this?
I'll fact check it.
That just sounds totally insane to me.
I did hear it on a true crime podcast, not a UFC fighting podcast.
which true crime podcast?
Last podcast on the left.
Never heard of them. We should start beef with them though.
Start beef with them?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
How old are those guys? Like 40?
Yeah, around 40 now. What's that guy's name again?
Jan Blankovic.
Paul Rudd?
Oh yeah, Paul Rudd.
Yeah, Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd just keeps a noose in his, in his
Before
trailer.
He's on the set of Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Jan Breivik.
Yep, that's it.
Correct. You nailed it.
How do you spell noose?
Noose.
Oh, hell yeah, I got that right. Oh, yeah, here it is.
You would think they would want to take that for like evidence or something.
Yeah, that's what I was
Did
thinking.
he not Did he not call the cops?
He
Just
called
left
the
the
cops
body
up,
there.
but after he took the news down, I was like, yeah, I just found this, this body out here with a broken neck.
I mean, what are they going to take it in for evidence for? Like, sweep it for prints?
Maybe.
I guess, yeah. It's just weird that they wouldn't just destroy it. And they're like, you know what, Jan? You could keep this.
You could probably stage a suicide that way now.
You could. You definitely could, yeah.
If you just like drugged them, or
I
would
don't know.
would they be too limp to like snap their neck? If
Nah,
you,
I
like,
think if
were
you
to-
just drop them,
yeah,
that neck's
think
gonna
you could
snap.
Stage a suicide with the noose you took from another suicide.
no.
No, he's saying, did he stage that one?
I'm saying because you were like, where someone was like, why would they need to like bring it into evidence? Because I don't know, yeah, sweep it for prints. Who knows?
Yeah, here it is. Jan Blachowicz pre-fight ritual includes touching rope from a hanged man that he found in the forest.
That's so weird.
Holy shit!
So, was the guy dead?
Yeah.
Did he save him, or
So-
he just saw the dead guy and he was like, "Oh, sweet."
The guy was mid act and he was like, "Oh, I'll help you down." And then he was like, "All right, I'm gonna keep this. That's all right." And then he just left.
It says here that MMAfighting.com article, the UFC light heavyweight says he regularly returns into the forest of his hometown of Warsaw, Poland, to touch the rope of a man who he'd found hung himself. He said that's 90% of his success rate is by touching this noose. It's his good luck charm. He found the man who he encountered while walking his dog and mistakenly took for alive. So he called the authorities and cut him down, and he just took a part of the noose. So he doesn't have the full noose, but he has a section of the rope.
I guess that makes a little bit more sense,
Yeah.
but still really weird.
He's quoted here that says, when you find a hanged man, you take his rope for luck. Remember?
Says who? Says who?
He goes, that's what people believed in the old days.
Yeah, old Polish wives' tale.
An old wives' tale.
I'll have to call Chris just to ask him if he knows about this.
He goes, I checked on the internet, and sure enough, that's exactly what people used to believe in. So it's good enough for them. It's good enough for him. Well, then it goes back into some history of it, about the gallows and whatnot. Apparently,
Jan Blankovic just editing Wikipedia pages so people don't think it's weird. Fuck, I hope they don't lose.
I hope so too.
Usually when I watch sports, I want the team I like to win. That's something unique about me.
Wow, thanks for sharing a little about yourself.
I guess the more you know.
Yeah.
I think with that information, our friendship will strengthen.
Okay, great.
We'll grow leaps and bounds.
Chris, what you and Collins end up doing last night?
So we went to Two Roads, which was the plan anyways. And then I had to figure out my whole washing machine situation, which is why I canceled recording yesterday. Once I figured that out, we stopped at
The windmill.
the Windmill, yes. Got some food there, a couple more drinks, drove back, stopped at Blackstone.
Oh my God.
I had a couple drinks there. Collins had one. And then, everybody was busy or not leaving the house. So we went to Draz's house. I drank some more beers, and they smoked.
Nice.
Yeah, it was all right.
That's fun.
Meg was there.
I wish I could have came.
I might buy another dolphin from Drod's. Really set off the podcast.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
How did Atticus end up doing?
Not too good. He you guys were here when he threw up, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, so I cleaned that up. Got it all in the trash can, which was pretty cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, he was in your like extra bedroom or something.
Yeah, I put him in the extra bedroom. At one point, I wanted to go check on him, and he was laying there, and he goes, "Can you feel my pulse? I think I'm dying."
Oh God.
And I go, "Are you allergic to anything?" He goes, "No." And I go, "You're not dying. You're fine."
We've all been there before.
I thought it was funny when I walked in. He was like, "Hey," I was like, "How you doing?" He was like, "I'm pretty sure I keep passing out." And I was like, "Well, you said you didn't eat today. It's almost 1 a.m. What's probably happening is that you just keep falling asleep and waking up." And he's like, "I don't know." And I was like, "You'll be good. You're just fucking baked."
And then we went to the Hangry Fork for brunch.
Where's that?
Nice.
It's where Cafe 2 used to be,
Yeah, at the top of the.
Okay.
yeah.
right across
Yeah.
the street from the strip club.
Nice.
Not bad. I've
You
been there a
guys,
couple times.
Stopped by the strip club afterwards.
Yeah, they have a mean breakfast buffet.
They make a good steak and eggs at the strip club.
You got the breakfast buffet before going to brunch, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, they call it legs and eggs.
Oh, nice.
I always forget that it exists. Honestly.
Saying that's
Yeah.
such a tough plaza
Yeah.
for any business.
I don't think I've ever gotten anything from there.
Yeah.
That or when it was Cafe too. I just forget.
I think that one time me, you, and Collins went out for lunch, I was like, "Yo, let's try that because it exists." And then they were closed on Sunday.
Yeah.
So we just went to
And
Tap instead.
I mean, you can't really go wrong with Tap.
No, never.
I was seeing all of Woolkit yesterday.
Oh yeah, I went to Tap yesterday for lunch with my parents. 'Cause no one was doing anything, so I went and had a meal there. We got some wings, and half of Wolcott was just at the table behind us, just gathering. I don't know, playing pool.
Wow. Rude of them to not invite us.
Yeah, I know.
No,
You would think the other half.
Yeah.
They should invite the other half too.
I just tried not to make eye contact with everybody and just kept my head low. Also smoked before showing up, so I didn't want to have any. I was struggling enough trying to talk to my parents.
Yeah, just big sitting in there. You just hear people go, "Yo, is that Jeff Plurd?"
Fucking nerd.
Yeah, dude, it's horrible. They were throwing forks at me from across the restaurant.
$20 to the first one to stick him in the neck. Yeah, just like high school.
Yeah, dude, it got even bad when my parents moved table and started throwing forks at me.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, we're just gonna go to the bathroom real quick." Then you turn around. Oh fuck! It was packed though.
It was exactly how packed you'd think it would be for a rainy Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Every bar seat was taken, and then half of the tables.
So now you have COVID.
No, but actually,
You've
I did.
infected all of us.
I was
It's
able to-
actually just me. Just kidding.
I was able to sign up for my shot, so I'm getting my shot April 14th.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Where'd you
Where
sign
are
up
getting it
through?
done?
called Bristol Hospital. I was on the phone for like an hour, and I got through to their vaccine, and they just let me sign up.
Oh.
So, yeah, dude, pretty sick. I'm excited.
I think JB signed up for like April 1st.
Yeah, he's getting it Thursday.
He's getting it through his company, though.
He's gonna show up and they're gonna be like, "So
No, he happens to get it through
But
his
we-
company,
Our-
but his like friend of a friend was like, "Hey, go through this portal and sign up."
That's what happened to me. I got texted a phone number and said, call this and then just ask.
Yeah.
I'm going to check CVS at midnight tonight because apparently that's when they add new ones, and hopefully...
Yeah, for Friday.
But you won't be able to because
No,
we
they-
can't with our age group until April 1st.
Well, no, their sign-ups are for like after the April 1st thing.
Okay. Because I thought it was, from my understanding, I have no idea. It's also convoluted. But they said as of April 1st, they're opening up for, was it 40?
16 through 44.
Yep. But the lady on the phone said if I was 45 or older, I could have got it that afternoon.
You should have been like, oh, actually...
Yeah, I'm
yes.
51. Pulling up right now.
Just get arrested. Bristol Hospital trying to get a vaccine.
That'd be fun. They just shoot you. With the virus instead. And you're like,
Just get a tranquilizer dart to the neck
yeah.
full of virus. Oh. Yeah, dude. My parents had a trip to Florida all planned out, and now that got canceled.
Oh, that sucks.
The couple they were supposed to go with, their daughter got COVID.
Oh, they were supposed to go
4 days.
like
4 days from now they were supposed to go.
oh
That sucks.
So they've been scrambling trying to get all their money back, and
yeah.
Disney's got not giving any of their money back.
They can't they don't want to just go by themselves.
They got Airbnbs to split with the couples they were supposed to go with, and now they're not going. So they're like, we don't need to pay for this 4-bedroom house
Yeah.
all on our own because it triples their price.
Wait,
I guess that would
weren't
be
they
like a
supposed
fair-
to go on vacation with someone like last year and someone like broke their leg? Is this the same people?
Yeah, he fell off an oil rig.
Oh no.
Not an oil rig. They're supposed to go. They had this crazy vacation. They were going to go to Las Vegas for 4 days, Jackson Hole, Wyoming for 4 days, Yellowstone for about a week, and then end somewhere else that's a crazy national park. And 2 days before the guy they were supposed to go with, he's a rigger, so they do like cranes and stuff, and he fell off the top of the 50-foot crane.
Oh, that's just bad luck.
That guy's just lucky to be alive.
Yeah, that's just
He's been doing it for like 35 years. So he's like, I felt it going. I didn't fight it. So I jumped in. The way he fell, he's like, I know how to fall off of tall things
okay.
from cutting trees and whatnot. So he's like, he broke both of his legs, and that's minimal injury.
Yeah.
Because 50 feet, over 6 feet, if you fall to concrete, you're dead.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that was concrete. So he just like
He fell 50 feet onto concrete.
fell and rolled.
Because
He just barrel rolled and just sprung back up on his
Like,
feet.
No, he shattered both of his
yeah, I
legs.
assume he tried to land on like the balls of his feet.
Yeah, you like pencil dive? Like, what do you do?
Well,
You gotta
That's-
keep your legs probably like.
yeah,
What do you do? You keep them stiff, or you?
No, you keep them a
keep
little
them
bent. If you
loose.
keep
yeah,
them
keep them a
stiff,
little bit bent. Yeah,
Okay,
and then
but if you keep them too loose, then you're just gonna like slam. I don't know.
he had
know
one
the
leg
physics of it, but-
almost completely reconstructed, and the other one is like he still walks with a limp and needs a cane.
yeah,
And that's 2.5 years later, and he's never going to be the same again.
yeah, definitely not.
But he's walking.
Yeah, but he's alive.
And
Yeah,
he's alive.
because I read somewhere it was like if you fall out of an airplane, that's what you're supposed to like a little bit bent, kind of heels together, but land on the heels of your feet. And I mean, obviously, if you fall from an airplane, you're falling from a pretty high distance. But
Also,
that's the
just pray that you fucking die when you.
Yeah, I'm going head first if I fall out of an airplane.
well, that's the thing. Yeah, it's like if you want to survive, that's the best way to do it. You'll just never have a lower half of your body again
There's
because it's going to be liquid.
yeah,
people that survived, but they're saying most people that like fallen out of airplanes or very tall heights like that die before they hit the ground of a heart attack from this. sheer stress of knowing your impending fate.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that happens if I ever fall off of anything that high.
How high does a human have to fall to reach terminal velocity?
That's a good question.
I mean, it depends on your weight, probably. but-
Yeah.
No, terminal velocity, the weight doesn't matter. Same
What?
thing like a drop a apple, drop a bowling ball.
Oh, yeah.
Gravity's gravity.
I mean, did that guy who jumped from space, did he reach terminal velocity? I would assume so.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's
What was
a pretty, I think it was like, what, 30,000 feet in the air he dropped or something like that?
You know what's crazy too? I feel like got a bunch of press coverage, but kind of got swept away. The guy that jumped out of the plane into a net. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah.
That seems pretty easy to mess up.
Yeah.
I mean,
How big was the net?
There's a big
It was
ass.
massive.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a big ass net, but like,
But, like, still, you know, like,
how big of a net are you going to try to jump into?
Well, that's what he does. Like that's
4
his
square
whole
mile
thing.
net. I'm just not jumping in the net in the first place. Like, even
Yeah.
if you do hit the net,
I'll probably never skydive, ever. Anything.
I want to skydive so bad.
You know what? I'd be willing to do the indoor skydiving. There's a place in a mall right outside of Yonkers that I see all the time when I go to Yanks games. I'll skydive there.
That's pretty cool. It says anything over 1,500 feet, if you fall for 12 seconds, you reach terminal velocity as a human.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
so there's no difference between jumping off the World Trade Center and like the Burj Khalifa. It's all the same.
I guess just the time it takes to hit the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you don't hit anything else on the way down.
Yeah.
But at that speed, like, if you hit a bird, you're both exploding. That's like the videos of people throwing freaking toothpicks through glass planes.
Isn't it squirrels that can't reach terminal velocity?
Birds, too, because of their bone density.
Right, but I think squirrels, like if they fall, in order for them to die from falling from a height, they have to starve and die first.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think that cats are something like that too.
I know bone density. Yes, the same thing with like just overall density. Like you could drop a mouse from 10 feet and it'll be fine. You drop an elephant from 10 feet and it'll just get fucked up.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
Oh, well, yeah, those things are pretty. There's a lot of weight there.
yeah.
So if you threw a mouse off like a 5-story building,
It would probably die.
It
I
would
think
die.
that's a high enough height where
Yeah.
it would not recover from that.
Maybe. I don't know. You ever see the videos of like, you ever never just looked outside and watched a squirrel fall off a tree, hit the ground, and scurry away? It's like a 20, 30 foot haul.
sometimes, I guess.
Yeah.
You never just happen to be outside and
I shield my eyes. I try not to think about it.
I root them on. But you know what would be crazy, though? If you could sit on power lines like birds and just chill.
I mean,
that's
that would be
basically-
crazy. I don't know if I'd want to do it. That's still pretty high up
yeah.
for me.
That's what those guys that were like making the Chrysler building were doing in like the 1920s, you know?
Yeah, they're sitting on like the steel beams,
Yeah.
like 100 stories up.
Just
Never.
eating a sandwich,
Yeah.
smoking some cigs.
How do you get back onto the?
Carefully.
Yeah, no, I hate that. Would never do it.
A lot of people died building those tall skyscrapers.
Doesn't surprise
sure.
me. Yeah.
You know what's pretty crazy, too? In like Abu Dhabi and like Dubai, apparently they use people to get things done instead of, so like an AC unit on the top would get put there by like a crane typically. Apparently, like, we have 45 dudes, we're gonna get it to the top, and they like use the log method where you roll it and you take the last one out and you put it back in the front, so it's like a never-ending tread. And they just manpower that way up with like chains and ropes and shit.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because it's cheaper than buying.
Yeah.
If you have,
If you have an endless supply of slave labor
yeah,
Yeah.
to make your skyscrapers.
Oh, yeah, why waste
I guess
money?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
yeah. I saw this horrible documentary talking about it.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad.
There's people who left for a better working environment that just got pretty much made into indentured slaves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure Dubai does not have any OSHA type of laws.
No, they do not. And they're doing that shit in like 120-degree weather. So
Yeah. Just straight
that's probably
heat.
how most of them die. Just like
Exhaustion,
dehydration and
yeah.
like heat stroke.
Were you in Arizona for the summers ever?
Well, I would be there in like early May and like mid-August. When I would go out there for the beginning of the semester in like mid-August, it would be insanely hot.
Did you have was campus events and other things scheduled around the hot time of the day? So like there wouldn't be, I don't know, like a flag football game in the afternoon to save you guys, or did it not matter? Like 120-degree heat.
I mean, in like the beginning of semester, like third week of August, if it's like 110 degrees outside, which it sometimes would be, there's not like people aren't doing anything outside. You're just walking to class, and that's about it.
It's dry heat though, right?
It's a dry heat, but when it's 110 degrees, I
Yeah.
mean, it's
gonna be
it's
hot.
110 degrees.
Yeah.
Like the sun feels like it's on top of you. It's
I would imagine it's the same thing as if you open an oven.
yeah, it's like yeah,
Yeah.
and you would not believe like how hot it stays at night because all the heat just radiating off the concrete.
I was gonna say, especially being in that part.
Yeah, it's like pitch black outside, and it's like 100 degrees at like 2 a.m.
The one time I went to Vegas, I was in like 4th grade, and it was like 95, 100 degrees at midnight when we were walking around the strip.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling
Yeah.
because the heat is coming up.
Yeah.
It's not coming down from the sun. It's
Could-
like it's
Usually here, too, the coldest nights are when there's no cloud cover that keeps in like the extra heat.
mm-hmm.
And there's probably not that much cloud cover.
No, not a lot, not at all. But when it would rain sometimes, like there would be like a monsoon season in the fall where you just get one bad rainstorm for like 2 hours and everything floods.
Yeah, well, so that's like a soil thing, too, with the...
Oh yeah, I can't retain the water
Yeah.
at all. And the infrastructure just isn't built for that, you know? So, yeah, shit was crazy. But I don't know how I'd feel about living there full time, just having to go months at a time where it's just 110 degrees outside. But it was definitely nice when I was just there in like, November and it was like 85 degrees outside.
All right, would you rather deal with that or like Minnesota, where it's like negative 40 almost half the year? Fucking you can get snow in June.
I'd probably deal with Arizona.
I'd probably.
And I like
Same.
the cold, but I don't think I would be able
That's
to do
too
that.
cold.
Yeah.
This kind of cold, our winters like aren't bad.
Yeah, good New
pretty
England
mild.
winter.
We get like a couple weeks of the year where it's like 0 degrees wind chill, not even, that you just have to tough through.
This
Yeah.
whole winter we just had was like not bad at all. I don't
Yeah,
think I
not
wore
really
a
bad.
jacket once, other than
Mm-hmm.
like my work jacket when I'm going to work.
Seems like
So
the
I was
past
sweatshirt.
few winters have been like that.
This winter, yeah. I mean, working outside's different. It sucked
Well,
a lot
yeah.
of times.
I mean, I only wore a coat to be fashionable, to be honest.
Hell yeah.
I was
Last-
already walking around with so much ice on, it just didn't affect me.
Just the steez is unreal.
Mhm. Yeah, if you're working outside, then that's
Yeah, it's a whole
that's
different ball game.
Dude, everyone always, those couple of days, like tomorrow's going to be one of the days if I send a snap of me working outside. It's like 65
You're
and
like,
sunny.
oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, dude, come with me in mid-July when it's
Yeah, it's,
98
it's
degrees.
95.
85% humidity.
Do you have to wear pants?
Oh, I have to wear pants
Oh.
year-round.
That's bad.
I mean, I don't know. I'd wear pants year round too, but
I freeze a gallon of water, and by noon, it's hot. You're just drinking hot water.
might as well drop some tea bags in there,
I mean,
spice it up.
yeah, it'd probably be better for me.
Yeah.
But the
You
worst,
got to get like a Yeti. I thought you had a Yeti. You got a Yeti, right? I guess a koozie.
it's a
but,
koozie.
You don't just have a regular Yeti.
I have a Yeti tumbler. I'll like drink coffee out of on my way to work.
You're gonna have to replace that with ice water in summer.
Yeah.
I mean, you get used to drinking hot water. You're just happy to have something.
I guess, yeah.
But the worst was like 2 years ago when I first started my old job. We were doing a parking lot for Coca-Cola, and so the way that they figure out the parking when they put the pavement on is they grade it at random spots because water needs to flow down the hill into a catch basin. So it was all compacted. So it was like concrete, and there's 95 degrees, and we're just walking around on this white sand. So it's like being at the beach, just reflecting back on you. Spent a full week there, so 40 hours just banging in a steel pipe so we could put a stick in with a hammer.
Man,
I sweated clear through my pants.
I can't wait for this summer.
yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Going to the beach.
Gonna be sick.
Going to the beach, going golfing,
Yeah.
just being outside in general.
Yeah, I can't wait to start golfing again. One of the best sports.
I think I'm going to go in a couple weeks. I got to hit up Tyler.
Oh yeah. We gotta play Pomperog.
Ooh, Pomperog. I'm trying to go to Quest, work on my drive a little bit before I go out there, hit the clubs.
Yeah. me and Chris played virtual golf a couple weeks ago.
How was that?
So bad.
Virtual golf itself, really cool. We should do it sometime.
Yeah.
They have drinks. It's
I'd be
full.
down.
It's like a full bar. Chris and I's play absolutely terrible.
Where'd you play Pebble?
Yeah, we played Pebble Beach. The guy
was
was like,
one
"This is
part-
the only one where it has like there's like 3 other rooms, but he's like, this is the only one that has Pebble Beach. So that's why I recommend that one because you can't get in the other 2 rooms."
Isn't it
We're
just
like,
going to be insanely difficult, though?
yeah, no, it was terrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
We both got stuck under a bridge. and like I think it took me like 3 tries to like hit it. I just like full powered it up under the bridge out onto the course. I was like, fine, whatever. Vic could not get it out from
Yeah.
under that bridge.
I couldn't. It's not like the program itself doesn't allow you to just drop it
Wherever.
wherever.
Or just
like
skip the hole or whatever.
at one point I
have to hit
did.
it out.
At one point I did. I was like, I'm done. I was like, give me a plus 10 for this. I'm done. Then we played the next hole, and the right side of the hole was a cliff. So we both fell off the cliff. And again, when you drop in the game, it either drops you back where you were.
So you're stuck at the bottom of the
We were
cliff?
stuck at the bottom of the cliff, and you had no chance of getting up and out because it's like a 200-foot cliff. You're not hitting it all the way up to get it back on.
Yeah, normally when you hit it into the water, it would just pop you back on the course and be like, oh, try again. Instead, for that hole, it just made us both hit it out of the water.
Yeah, we were still on enough sand that, like, on the shore that we had to hit.
Our characters fell off a cliff, and the words "wasted" red showed up. And then we were like, "What the fuck is this?" And the guy was like, "Oh yeah,
It's GTA.
didn't fall property. You're supposed to bend your knees in."
But yeah, we only had like 10 minutes left at that point, so we were like, we're done with golf, and we just wrapped up and left.
How do you do the putting on that?
Oh, there's a setting where you don't have to putt at all. It just it just assumes like on the distance that you get onto the green. So if you're like 100 feet back, like it'll be like, oh, you 4-putted this, and then that's it.
It's like, what's your putting a skill level?
I'm Tiger Woods,
Yeah,
you know.
Jordan Spieth.
Yeah.
I
There
got
is
this.
an option to actually putt, though, but it seemed
I'd imagine it'd be
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah. So we were just like, we'll let the computer decide how much
it was
we'll
pretty
putt.
accurate.
It was
It
really
felt like
accurate.
realistic.
Yeah.
Well, the putting for sure.
Oh, okay.
I'd go and be like pretty close to the hole, and they'd be like, "Yeah, it's a 3-putt," and I'd be like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
You're not wrong.
It's like based off the rest of your play, we're just going to assume.
They'd
that
be like,
this
"Every
is-
drive so far used a 5-iron, so you probably can't putt."
You only used your 5-iron?
The first 2 holes he drove and didn't go well. So yeah, after that,
That's like the time
I'm just a monster with my 5-iron. I don't get it.
the Yukon Lady Huskies aren't doing too well.
they're down 1. It's not that big of a deal. Good thing I did not put the house on -5 though. That's not that sure of a bet right now.
They can't shoot for shit. There's no. Oh my god.
That almost went.
Did you see the thing of, is this actually true? They're thinking about lowering the hoop for the women so they could like dunk and make it more explosive?
No, I think basically
No.
anyone with a say is like pretty against that.
That'd be pretty cool just watching them poster each other.
It would be entertaining, but
That would just ruin the game.
Yeah.
Because then every like 6'7", 6'8" girl that comes along,
we'll be unstoppable.
there'd be
Yeah.
nothing you can do. They would just post up and just like flick their hand.
There's that one woman that
Jeez.
played for Baylor a couple years ago.
Yeah,
That
Brittany
Yeah.
Griner.
Yeah,
She was
she-
super tall.
she was
Yeah.
able to dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But even her, she was able to dunk in like unlimited capacity. Like she didn't have the vertical. Like she would dunk, but like I don't think she was like she can't throw down like 6'8" LeBron can. You know what I mean? Like
she's
she
not,
wasn't.
like, tomahawking the ball
Yeah.
and stuff.
Well, LeBron's just built different.
That is true. He's just built different.
Yeah, dude, Naganu's built like LeBron. Just 6'6", 265 with a six-pack.
Yeah, he's definitely like stockier than as huge as LeBron is. Like Naganu's just a different animal.
I don't want to see them compared next to each other. Because I feel like you lose the height of NBA players a lot
Yeah.
when they're all around
Yeah.
men their size.
Exactly, because you see like a shooting guard who's like 6'5", and you're like, oh, that guy's like looks pretty normal sized, and then you stand next to him, and you're like, holy shit, this is insane. But also, a lot of the small people are like smaller than their listed height.
Oh, they bump them up a few?
Yeah, like I met Ryan Boatwright when I was like a sophomore in high school, and he was listed at like 6 feet tall, I think, and he was like 2 inches shorter than me, 3 inches shorter than me.
That was like in high
Easily.
school.
Yeah.
They let us put our height and weight down for the roster depth chart because they uploaded online to like the Max Raps or whatever it was, and everyone put like 6'3". Like, wow,
For
these
recruiting purposes.
guys are huge.
Yeah.
We get off the bus being all 5'8".
Yeah, you guys were small and still won a bunch, like, was still very successful.
Yeah, well, they bred. It's classic like high school football where it was you're not just playing in the fall; it's year round, and they pretty much I don't want to say brainwashed, but they made everybody who wanted to play football do weightlifting, and like we had kids 155 pounds squatting like 325.
So they were just strong, but
We were
just
just-
not big.
We were just stronger than everybody else because they made us lift.
And you like keep your
Crazily.
agility too if you like stay down at that weight. So as long as you're not going against people that are like
The winter was
enormous, then
bulking and heavy lifting, and the spring was all just agility and like pretty much CrossFit. But at the same time, you have
like
kids.
pliability, shit
Yeah.
like that.
You had kids that were like 150 pounds that were playing as like a lineman in Pop Warner, and they got up to like 210. So they filled out and they were like still looking good because they're preaching eat as much as you want. Then you had like the fat people like me who were like, oh, I'm working out. I could eat as much as I want because I'm on football. And a bunch of us just got real out of shape. Yeah, they were bad at distinguishing help for everybody.
Yeah, they should have personalized some of that shit, man.
They probably just didn't care.
Yeah, they probably didn't give a shit.
It's like, yeah, just stick to this. You'll be fine.
I didn't show up. We had mandatory practice on Sunday mornings. I didn't show up to about 3/4 of them, and they never noticed. I didn't show up to one day at camp because I had some Boy Scout stuff to do, and they didn't notice until the last hour of camp when they were trying to get everybody to play a down so they could feel like they did something at the camp. And they were yelling my name to go in. You think they'd take attendance on the bus before we go so they know who to come back with? Or like something like that. Apparently, some kids stole this car and there's like a real nice Beamer, but it belonged to like a head drug dealer in our area. And the car was found the next day in a parking lot. Nothing missing, everything fine. And they don't know who took it or what happened to the person that took it.
Yeah, that person's gone.
Yeah, I think they're gone.
Yeah.
They're in like a marsh somewhere.
Because it sounds like the classic Baby Driver setup where you got to work for me to pay off your debt. But,
Oh, he's driving.
But I don't
Kevin
think that
Spacey
dude
with
would care. Yeah.
yeah, it's real life.
him. Yeah.
There's no Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. He doesn't need that
Right.
guy who stole a running car is not some exceptional driver
Yeah.
that's going to be making these drug runs. It's just
I mean, if it was Kevin Spacey and he was a teenage kid, there'd be a different kind of work for him.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh man.
Hard work to pay off.
That's how Kevin Spacey originally like pitched the movie when they offered him the role. They were like, "Well, what if we do this instead?" They're like, "No, I think."
I don't
Edgar
know.
Wright was like, "No, I think we should just stick with this instead."
Are you sure? I made a lot of revisions to the script. I think it's pretty good now. Would you? I would watch that movie.
I would not
No,
watch that
absolutely not. What?
movie. Yeah,
Why not?
that's just American Beauty. So except it's the girl. So you should just watch that instead.
American Beauty's. I watched that way too young the first time, and I had no idea what was going on.
That actually is a great movie, but now society can never talk about it again.
There's a lot of good movies that were made in the early 2000s, late 90s that we can never talk about again.
Like what?
Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, I mean that's not that bad though.
It's bad,
there's, like,
but
some
it's not.
inappropriate
Yeah.
jokes, but it's not like
super homophobic.
oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. For sure.
That aged extremely poorly, but like it's not to the degree of American Beauty where like Kevin Spacey was actually like turned out to be a pedophile. You know,
Was the daughter over 18?
I'm sure the actress was over 18, but like,
I'm pretty sure
there's
she was.
no.
Because
Like, still the premise of the movie. Like, the premise of the movie is still like, yeah,
Yeah, I guess
Kevin
that's not
Spacey,
like full blown
young
pedophilia,
kids,
but it's still like yeah, it's still horrible.
the image it paints is still pretty bad.
I heard they're trying to remake that and then cast Crystalia to be the main.
They should a star vehicle for Crystalia.
Yeah, that's his comeback train to the A-list.
Oh, no. Oh,
What?
no. I hope not.
He was supposed to be in another big movie that was coming out. It's a Schneider movie, like Army of Darkness or something.
Dan Schneider?
Crystalia.
Zack Schneider.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, you know what? Same pronunciation, different spelling. Makes sense. You know, like Dan Schneider, the weird.
The Nickelodeon.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Nickelodeon pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy was a pedophile.
That's why when you said the Schneider movie, I was like, oh.
Oh, you thought I was making another joke?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, all right, well, makes sense.
Yeah, if all the it's a Weinstein project too. All the Hollywood pedophiles.
Is that
Yes,
really
D'Elia
produced?
Spacey.
Yeah, co-directed by Polanski and Woody Allen.
Oh, Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
dude,
They could just go to France and make that movie right now if they want to.
I say
They would have
Polanski
no
was still winning a
restrictions.
bunch of awards and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
he had a prosperous career.
Oh yeah, he's been making movies for like 30 years in France at this point, maybe longer.
Did you see that George R. R. Martin just got a 8-figure deal with HBO to have exclusive rights all over the HBO, A Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones universe? So like all the prequels and everything else, the literature he wrote.
I mean,
I did see that.
as long as, because he still has to finish the last 2 books, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's never coming out, but like,
Well, he sent what was the one that was supposed to come out? Winds of Winter?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's Winds of Winter.
He sent the
was
manu-
the planned 6th book, and he sent like a 3,000 page manual to his editor.
And they're like,
publisher.
whoa,
yeah,
whoa,
they're like,
whoa.
what do you want us to do with this?
Well, it's not only him, it's him and a group of writers.
Well, there's so many like as like complex as the show storyline was, the books are even more like the books are ridiculous. So there's so many plot points that it would be impossible for any one person to just keep that all in their head.
You'd have like a Charlie from Always Sunny, like corkboard,
Yeah.
just in a full room.
Yeah. You'd have to have like the storage facility from True Detective and just
I might rewatch that first season of True Detective soon.
it's only 8 episodes.
I know, it's just such an emotional watch.
That shit rules.
It was so good.
I've probably rewatched it like 4 or 5 times.
I've seen it good 2 or 3.
Did you end up watching season 3?
I like season 3 a lot.
Yeah, season 3 is dope. I kind of want to rewatch that because I only saw that when it originally came out.
I thought they were going to make season 3 way darker, but they turned the opposite way towards the end than I thought they would. I thought it was going to be like season 1 where they double down on like all the horrible
Season
stuff.
1 was like, oh, all the like conspiracy theories proved to be correct.
Yeah.
Whereas season 3 was like, no, actually,
Yeah, those are
it was just this.
It was like an accident.
Yeah, right. There wasn't like some huge, because that was also with
Yeah,
the church too in Arkansas in season 3.
I think so. Who's that actor? He killed it.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, dude, he's so good.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Isn't he? I feel like he just got cast in something huge. He's good though.
Is he in that Killer of the Flower Moons?
No, I don't think so.
Is he in the
something?
Ewan
horrible,
McGregor?
maybe?
Star Wars thing?
No,
There was, like,
I don't think so.
16 people on that casting, and they're all like pretty good names.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Blade.
Blade? Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever watch the old Blade movies?
With Snipes? No.
Yeah. They were all right. They're like worth the watch. They're not anything spectacular. But Blade's such a cool character. You could do like crazy stuff with him. And now that people like dark superheroes.
Yeah. Chris, have you watched this like the second season of The Promised Neverland or no?
Yeah, I think I'm
Where did you find it?
Hulu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I looked for it on Crunchyroll today.
Yeah, for whatever reason, Funimation decided to do a partnership with Hulu, so like all of their shit's on there. Which
Yeah,
sucks.
so that makes like One Punch Man's like, is that part of the same thing? Because I know their second season's on Hulu.
Yeah. On the other hand, though, I know Sony's working on a deal right now to buy Crunchyroll, and I'm pretty sure they already own Funimation.
Oh, that would be pretty tight.
But the Department of Justice, I think Department of Justice is trying to stop it because they're gonna have a monopoly.
Too many
On
weebs.
anime?
Too many weebs in the
They're
country.
gonna have a monopoly on anime. They already own so much shit where
Yeah.
they're like, no, you can't do this.
I mean, who cares? Why does the Department of Justice care about anime?
Because pretty much the only services bringing it out of Japan to
Would be
like
Sony.
here is Sony.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, that you can't do that.
I mean, Sony is a Japanese brand,
Yep.
so why not?
I don't know if they're in the works to buy Crunchyroll alone or Verve. I forget if Verve owns Crunchyroll or Crunchyroll owns Verve.
I think Verve owns Crunchyroll.
But I'm pretty sure Crunchyroll owns Verve.
Now, is Crunchyroll, do they produce the animes, or is it just a streaming
It's just a
platform
streaming
for the
platform.
animes?
I mean, they do produce some of their
Yeah.
own. A lot of them are pretty decent. But I think Crunchyroll owns Verve, so that would be a whole change too. Because with Verve, like I pay for Verve instead of Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Because when you pay for Verve, I get Crunchyroll, Cartoon Hangover, like a bunch of other shit that I don't watch.
What's Cartoon Hangover?
I don't know. I never usually check it out. There's nothing on there that I'm super interested in. But I mean, I know Crunchyroll has its own what's it called? Subscription.
Yeah.
But I mean, I pretty much by paying for Verve can watch whatever I want on Crunchyroll, can go through, read mangas, whatever. The only thing I can't do since I don't have a Crunchyroll only subscription is download episodes offline.
Oh, see, yeah, okay.
But if it's on Verve, which Verve has the whole Crunchyroll catalog, I can download it on Verve anyways. I just have to use the Verve app.
Oh. So it's still, yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm cool with it.
I went on today because I binged all of season 1
Did you go on
yesterday.
your PC?
Yeah,
Did you go on the beta website?
yeah.
Oh, dude, it's so fucking nice.
It's
I was
nice,
looking through.
yeah.
They have this thing now called Crunchy Lists. So I think you can make up to, I don't know, 6 of them or something.
Oh.
And it's just different from your watch list pretty much.
Yeah.
So like I can create like a slice of life crunchy list and just all the slice of life animes put on there, or like coming out soon list, whatever, so that it's all separated.
Sports animes.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude,
So,
I saw
like,
you're catching up to me on Haiku. I started the
it's
second
starting to
half
get
of
into the
season
point
4.
now where it's like, oh, you already watched this episode. We're gonna skip you into where you dropped off, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no, restart.
Yeah, no, because that's me. But yeah, no, I saw you were pretty close, and I was like, ah, damn, I gotta catch up, or I have to finish before Chris finishes, because if I let him finish before me, that's kind of sad.
I was looking into the movies, and pretty much it's just like a wrap up of the season.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna watch them. I think there's a few clips in the movies that aren't in the season, but I think I could find them online somewhere. I found a link to them the other day from like an archived Reddit post, and the video was taken down by
So I mean,
the company.
you
but
could probably
I
find
could
it.
find it somewhere.
Yeah, no, I started the second half of season 4. Like I watched like the first 10 minutes
I'm
before
catching
I,
up.
Yeah, you're catching up.
On season 4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be caught up by the time I get out of work tonight.
Yeah. So I watched like the first 10 minutes and I was like, oh, this is good. But I forgot everything. Like, because it stopped, I think, maybe early last year. And then it was like, oh, yeah. Or no, it was 2019. I binged all of it in 2019. And then I was like, oh, the rest of season 4 drops in April. And then because of COVID, they pushed it off till October. And then I just never picked it back up.
Yeah, I just started season 4, so he just started becoming the ball boy at the training camp.
See, I
Like
don't
a couple
even
days
remember
before
that.
their
Is this a basketball?
yeah,
they
for-
go to nationals.
Yeah, because
It took him
Volleyball.
4 seasons.
Volleyball
to become
anime?
it's a
ball boy.
volleyball.
No.
No.
It's a slow burn. Wow.
No. So like basically the whole premise of the anime is that 2 kids like join a high school like volleyball team and they're both like extremely gifted. One of them is just naturally talented. The other one has like a supernatural like ability where he can move at like the speed of light. And like
That
they
doesn't seem fair.
I mean, he's just quick.
yeah, he's just really
He's
quick,
been
you know.
training like day in and day out.
Yeah.
He's so short. He needs to
Yeah,
have.
it's a compensation. Yeah.
So he's just been training on moving fast and jumping high.
Yeah. So the one that's naturally gifted is picked for the Japan national team, and like when he goes away to like the national
And
camps,
the other guy gets cut, so he defects to North Korea and tries out for their team.
no, he
I'd watch that.
he
You should write anime.
he goes with like he hides away, and his like teammates like I don't know, he just like shows up with his teammate and was like, yeah, like I want to be part of the national team, and the coach is like,
Oh no, he doesn't go to the national training camp.
oh, then he goes to what
He
now?
goes to the what do you call it? High school,
The international
the one they
training
beat to go to nationals.
Yeah.
That coach is hosting a training camp.
Oh, yeah,
for,
yeah,
like,
the training camp,
prospective
yeah.
Player. Basically, I mean, that coach's whole thing is just having strong, dominant players.
Yeah.
And doing like classic volleyball moves.
Yeah.
So they
He's
draft.
like, you guys should be spiking the ball.
You guys got to get the bump set
Yeah.
spike.
they
they're
pick
like, oh my
the
God.
blocker to go to the training camp.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
Robert Sterling.
And then Shoyo decides, hey,
I'm gonna pull up
I didn't
anyway.
get accepted to any training camp, so I'm gonna pull up anyways.
You know what? You should watch. You should watch Kuroko's basketball after,
think that's next.
because it's literally the same concept where it's 2 guys with unbelievable talents. It's just basketball
They
instead
just
of
ripped
volleyball.
it off. Is it the same creators?
I don't know, but like they're the same. It's pretty much the same exact premise, just different sports.
I want to get into anime. I'm just having so much trouble trying.
Watch The Promised Neverland.
So you guys watch
start with the Promised Neverland.
you guys watch subbed anime, right?
No
I do.
dub. Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
watch
yeah,
subbed,
yeah,
yeah.
subbed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to watch dubbed anime because I don't want to get made fun of.
I mean, you can
anime
just don't
community.
tell us.
Yeah.
You can just don't tell me.
Well, I was told to watch one that's dubbed because they redid it so it fits.
Which one is that?
What is it? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah,
Are
Cooleyard
the
told me.
dubbed ones like Japanese guys that can speak English, or is it just
No.
like
No,
some
it's
white
just-
guys?
they just
It's
watch
whitewashed.
Yeah, that sucks.
But Cooleyard is saying they reanimated the mouth so it fits with the American English version.
I mean, so
So it's
the
not
reason
like
why I
awkward.
don't like dubbed is not because it doesn't match up. The voices always just sound
Yeah.
garbage. Like they sound so fake.
And it's like a lot of the nuances of the languages don't translate either.
Yeah.
So like you're not going to get the inside jokes that like, you know, it just won't make
like
sense.
when they
you know?
say something and they think they're saying something else and it's translated at the bottom
Yeah.
like, oh, this means frog.
Yeah.
He thinks he's talking about a frog, but really he's talking about like, I don't know, like
He's
a
talking
ball
about his
or
dick.
something.
Yeah, it's just some guy like plugging it into Google Translate.
Sometimes that's what it sounds like. I'm like, bro, this sucks.
Vic, do you
Yeah.
watch like a bunch of Korean dramas?
Yeah, I do.
Do you watch those dubbed or subbed?
Subbed. Because it's the same thing.
It is.
Yeah. Like you you're not going to understand the nuances of the language.
I watched
or-
one. It wasn't a show. It was a movie.
Yeah,
It was One
Absolute
Tree
fire.
Hill.
it was really good.
I think it was called The Devil, a Devil, a Cop, and a Criminal, or something like that.
I know a lot of kids in college I knew loved like K-dramas and movies.
Oh, word? Nice.
Yeah, especially Jimmy. But I think he spoke.
Oh, you speak?
He knew. I mean,
Oh, well,
he
Jimmy was
flu-
from China, right? I
he
mean,
was
yeah, I
fluent
guess.
in Cantonese and English,
Yeah.
and I think he was teaching himself Korean.
So
Nice.
just to watch Korean dramas.
And just because like he was just knew already, like
Yeah. You already
bunch of
know two languages, might as
Yeah.
well, yeah. But yeah, no, I watched those subbed. Have you ever watched Parasite?
No,
I
I've
have-
been meaning to. It's on
I
my
have
list.
not watched
Good
Parasite.
film. That's a good film.
I mean, it won an Oscar,
Yeah.
an
And won
American
the
Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a really good film. Snowpiercer.
I've seen
The show or the
Snowpiercer.
movie?
The movie is by the same dude that directed
Yeah.
Parasite.
It's what Bong
Bong Joon-ho.
Cook? No.
I think it's
I
Bong.
don't know. That movie's
Yeah.
fire though.
Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how that TV show is.
Sean Bean's in it.
I think it's supposed to be pretty good.
In the TV show,
Yeah.
how long until he gets murdered?
Maybe a couple more episodes.
Yeah, probably. Well, he wasn't because the way if you've seen the movie, you know how you don't find out who
Yeah.
Wilfred is until the very end. When I was watching it, I was like, I wonder who it could be, and then I was like, I bet it's fucking Ed Harris, and then
It was that
it
Harris.
was Ed Harris. It just seemed kind of obvious. But no, it's because I think Sean Bean plays Wilfred in the TV show, so I don't think he comes in until
The end.
the end of season 1. Because I didn't see him
Yeah.
in any of the promotions for the show for the first season, but he's in them for the second season.
So he might die in the second season, longer than other seasons of TV shows.
Yeah.
What happens at the end of that movie? They get kicked out of the train crashes.
Yeah,
right.
it stops. Yeah.
Yeah, and they find out
And then Chris Evans opens the door.
there's Eskimos.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how long are they really? Even if they're not going to die instantaneously, like
Well, the Eskimos or whatever people that were living there have been living there for a while, so it's not like completely uninhabitable.
Yeah.
They just wanted their own little world on this train.
Have you been watching Jujutsu Kaisen?
No, I'm starting that soon.
Is that a
Fucking
jujitsu based
Uh,
anime?
eh,
So they're not wrestling each other.
an MMA anime would
not
be
really.
pretty solid.
I
It
see-
would be, but they would just be like super like the anime would
It'd
find
be
to
like
make
Mortal Kombat.
yeah they'd be getting murdered in the octagon. I almost started a baseball one today, but season one of that anime had like 75 episodes, and I was like, no thanks, that's too many. Just to get through season one, that's too many.
Do they come out daily when they release those episodes, or is it like a season lasts over a year?
It depends on how many episodes are in a season.
75.
It ranges from
Yeah, it's just like
It's-
some could be just like a normal American television where they release one every
26.
week.
they have
you know?
breaks and stuff. I'm watching Black Clover right now. They have, let's see, because it should be right at the top of my watch list somewhere. 169, and I think number 170, I believe, drops tomorrow.
Wow.
And then they're going on a break. It was dropping every single week, but they finally caught up. So they're
Right.
dropping the next one. I believe it's tomorrow. I think it drops on Tuesdays, which is a feature Crunchyroll should add, honestly, is a fucking release calendar
Yeah.
built in. So if I have a show favorited, it'll tell me, like, hey,
Hey, it's coming
these are
back
when
out.
these are
Yeah.
coming out. But they're going on a break because they caught up, and they were just like,
Yeah.
yeah, there's nothing we can do.
Because a lot of the time, unlike Game of Thrones,
I was just about to say that.
unlike Game of Thrones, anime has to stick to the book.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, the manga.
Some
I
of-
don't know.
some of
This
the-
new Attack on Titan season, there's so much in the rest of the manga. They're on the last season right now, though, and people are
Yeah.
like, there's no way they're fitting everything in. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fucking
Because there's
Could they just renew
there's
it
a-
for more seasons?
no. They're not going to.
that's just like not how they do it.
Is
Isn't
there like an anime reward show?
isn't there like a super? Is
They
that
just
award show?
they just passed a couple weeks ago.
isn't that like super popular though?
The award show.
No, Attack on Titan.
It's super popular, yeah. But like,
Who won
don't know.
the best anime?
It might have been Jujutsu Kaisen.
I see that a lot on Twitter.
yeah,
It's
really
really
good.
good.
yeah.
I just can't read that fast.
Just learn Japanese, and then
Yeah, dude,
and then you're
just get
fine.
Duolingo. It's not that hard.
Yeah, that would be way easier.
I mean, like I said, you can listen to it dubbed.
Yeah,
Just don't tell me.
Just don't tell us. Yeah, but like, honestly,
I don't want to have to, take you out to the field and put you down.
a hard year of learning Japanese unlocks a lifetime of content for you, though.
I just and then that guy with the Brooklyn accent came in. And, the what?
The what accent? Oh, I mean Kyoto.
I just have to spend a year in Japan and
That's another
figure it
reason
out.
why dub sucks.
You're gonna have to
'cause
get
all the different
married to a
regions-
Japanese woman if you
Yeah.
want to spend a year in
Yeah,
Japan.
you're not getting accepted into the country.
All the
without
different
it.
regions of Japan have different accents.
Like America.
Which you can pick up on when you're watching it. And instead, when they do dubbed, they're just let's just find 6 random dudes. Well, actually, normally they're actual voice actors, but it's just they don't have different
Yeah, it's not the same.
slight accents.
Yeah.
I mean, I did watch Avatar, and that's an anime.
No,
I'm
it's
done.
not.
I think
Yep,
I'm done
all right.
for today.
Goodbye, guys. It was a good episode.
Ridiculous.